So today I do want to share with you guys our 8th grade curriculum picks, as well as some of the things that we purchased and we didn't end up using, and resources we have on hand in case she ever needs them. We did go with a literature-based curriculum, which is why you see so many books. We did offer her a lot of electives as well, and we always like to have things on hand just in case she wants to do some extra research on her own. Before we get into it, I do want to share with you guys our course of study. For math, we are using Teaching Textbooks Algebra 1. That's all online, so I don't have a physical textbook for her. For English, we're doing Build Your Library Level 8, as well as some Evan-Moor Daily Grade 8 workbooks. For social studies, science, and art, we're also doing Build Your Library Level 8. Foreign language, we're doing the Complete Spanish Workbook for Kids. For applied arts, we're doing sewing lessons, and for physical education, we're doing rock climbing. Our electives are a mixture of health, money, and root words, as well as her psychology. I do also have the Everything You Need to Know to Ace middle school books in case you need some extra help or notes or anything like that. So Build Your Library is a literature-based curriculum, and it has something for science, history, poetry, literature. It comes with readers and art. That's why you guys see so many different things here. We did decide to use this as our core subjects curriculum. The only thing we didn't end up getting was the living math, but that's okay because she's totally happy with her teaching textbooks. For art, we are doing Art That Changed the World. This is, I believe, her spine, so she's just using this throughout the year to kind of get everything she needs done. It seems pretty intense and interesting, but so far she's been learning a lot and she hasn't been giving me any complaints for the way this is laid out. For poetry, she does have two spines. The first one is Call Us What We Carry, and the second one is Poems to See By. This one is more of like a comic book approach to poetry, so it actually grabbed her attention, especially because she's into like anime and those kind of style books. Call Us What We Carry is just a simple poetry book. It has little poems here and there on each page, and she just reads a couple depending on when she has to. Here we have our science pile. This is pretty much just going to be a combination of different books. A lot of these are spines, and other ones we're just using them depending on the week that we have a lesson. I do feel like these are a great combination of books. These right here are also the spines that we're kind of going back and forth by. And then this one's a great one, especially if you have little ones that are like into astronomy. Mine isn't really that into astronomy, so we're not doing a lot of the lessons, but I do enjoy the fact that we're doing the readings together. Another one of our spines is the Science Encyclopedia. That one's all the way down there, so I didn't bring it out, but it is part of our science curriculum. Now this pile right here is our history curriculum. You pretty much have a little mixture of everything. You have Julius Caesar, the Everything You Need to Know to Ace middle school for world history. You do have more great books that you just end up reading and learning lots of little things about. I do like that it does have like a combination of a lot of different things. And there's also another one that's more of like a graphic comic book style to kind of get them interested in things. And then this is the last one that's part of our history curriculum. So these are the books that our 8th grader is reading throughout the year. This book right here is actually our pile of readers, and then this book right here is our pile of literature. Pretty much she's just reading the books and then moving on to the next one, and then we do have her answering questions, and her copy work is pretty much scripture from each of these books. Now let's talk about electives. My 8th grader does have a variety of Spanish resources, but to be honest, out of all the Spanish resources that we got, this is the one that actually I feel like made more sense to her. Even though it does say for like ages 5 and up, it's literally the basic introduction to all the things that she needs to learn Spanish, like the shapes, numbers, colors, stuff like that. And we just skipped over all the coloring pages and everything, but this was a great place for her to start. Now, as she moves up in her Spanish, I will end up having her use something like this, which is for like grade 6 to 12, or the skill builder Spanish 2 for grade 6 to 8. It all just depends on what level she's on, but we do have lots of different resources available for her once she's ready to move up. Other electives that she does have are here, last semester, she continued with her forensic psychology for dummies. She started this back in 7th grade, and I believe she's more than halfway done with it. This semester, she's going to be doing US born money for beginners. She's also going to be working on Greek and Latin root words, and then these are going to be supplements to her English curriculum just because she did want a little bit more like paragraph editing and writing, so we got these for her. And then something she did complete last semester was health in the human mind. Considering everything that we have for 8th grade, I did want to show you guys some of the additional resources that she has available to her. She hasn't opened any of these, but since she is taking Algebra 1 this year, she has opened this quite a bit. We did want her to do life skills for teens, but we'll probably have her read that towards like the end of the year when she's pretty much done with most of her work. I did want her to do the mathematics of banking and credit, but it seemed a little too much. We'll probably wait until she's in high school. I did get her 2 other workbooks to kind of supplement our language arts curriculum, but we decided not to pick these. And for writing, we were going to do Write Shop 1 and 2 eventually, but she wanted to do the workbooks instead of going into this since we did decide to just add all this mid-year. And in case you guys kind of like want to see how everything looks like, this is the life skills for teens, the mathematics of banking and credit. This pretty much teaches you kind of like how to fill out a checkbook, kind of how to deal with interest and this and that. So this one's one I really want her to do eventually. These were the other 2 workbooks that we considered, but we didn't end up going with. And this is the Write Shop. This one's a really great curriculum in case you guys like haven't checked it out for creating really great writers. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to send them my way. Again, this is our middle school 8th grade curriculum for our 8th grader, as well as some of the electives we offered her and the resources that we have on hand for her.